vision in the dark of the night. I'm playing Pac-Man, it's my second life. The joysticks in my hand, I'm unstoppable. High score secrets, I've got them all unlocked. Memories rush back like a time machine. Take me back to the arcade, where I spent my younger days. In the black lights glowing on a pocket full of tokens. Dance and groove to the beat. On the pixelated screen we meet. New wave melody playing loud. Lost in the arcade, my heart is bound. With hair and red fashion, we were all quite a sight. Popping tokens in the cabinet, it's the thrill of the fight. We saved the world through pixelated dreams. We're the greatest generation with our faded acid jeans. Take me back to the arcade, where I spent my younger days. In the black lights glowing on a pocket full of tokens.
Welcome back to day 3, week of AI. And we're in stream 1, our breakout sessions, and we have Latoya Pugh who's going to be talking about, I use AI, but my students never could. Over 17 years of experience in education, Latoya is a passionate instructional technologist. Her journey began in the classroom, fostering a love of science and language in 7th graders. She then leveraged her teaching experiences to lead as a science advisor, K through 8 science manager, instructional support director, and assistant principal. In her current role, she collaborates with teachers to seamlessly integrate technology into their curriculum, creating engaging and effective learning experiences. And your presentation title immediately hooked me. So I cannot wait to see what you have to say today.
Well, first I gotta say, did we pick the same color?
We did. Well, I bought mine in like 3 different colors, but I've got the pajama pants on today too.
Oh, I
Like-
love it. I love it.
PD and PJ.
Yes, the best
Yeah.
way to have to do.
And I've got my handy dandy notebook here. I've been taking notes on the sessions.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want to say welcome everybody. I am so excited. This is going to be a session on school AI. And yes, my title is I use AI, but my students don't. Or, why don't my students, but my students can never use it? It's because we've jumped into this AI and all the teachers are using it. But where we don't see use it are our students. So let's get into that, all right?
All right, let's go.
So first of all, why is that? Can you see my slides? Okay, great. So why is that? So most teachers are using AI for lesson planning, differentiating their text, generating test or assessment questions, grading, teacher feedback, rewording emails, newsletters. We're using AI, but our students aren't. And when I ask teachers, why aren't we using AI in the classroom? Of course, we're still trying to figure out what is the policy with using AI in the classroom. Secondly, maybe I don't know how to operate that. I don't know how to manage that. I'm afraid of what the AI generator is going to say to the kids. Baby, I'm afraid of what the kids going to say to the generator. Because guess what? They kids and they going to try it. So that's why we're here. That's what school AI is here for. So with school AI, how does it support teachers and students? Well, one, it is going to be a thought partner for teachers, okay? When we talk about having a co-teacher, having an assistant, having someone to collaborate with, school AI can definitely do that. How does AI support our students? Well, to be honest, it's kind of the same thing. It's a thought partner. It's something that can give students immediate feedback. Because I don't know about you, but I have 20-something, sometimes 30 kids in the classroom. And if I'm doing a writing assignment, it's hard for me to get to each and every student. And baby, they need that feedback. So guess what? School AI has that plugged into their system where they can get that feedback. And then you can also see that feedback and elaborate on it. Because we know one thing, as the teacher, your feedback is not going to be is going to be better. Let me say it's going to be better than the AI generator, because what? You know your students. The feedback is going, the AI generator is going to give students the feedback based off what they inputted. But guess what? You know your students personally, so your feedback is going to be even better than what the AI generator gives them. But guess what? They also need something immediately. Let's move on. So School AI, although you've been hearing about all these chat bots that the School AI offers, one thing that School AI also offers are tools. And those tools go back to why teachers use AI. It's because they have that lesson planning feature. They have the IEPs, the newsletters, the emails, the syllabus. School AI has that for you. And it's a great use to combine with the chat bots. So don't look over those. I'm going to tell you one thing. At the end of this presentation, you're going to get a QR code and a link to my Wakelet. So if I'm moving too fast, don't worry. I got you. All right. Next, School AI offers assistance. Now, I don't know about you, but I never had a co-teacher or an assistant in my classroom. It was all me. I was always on stage and I was always on the show. And that's okay, because that's where I believe I should be. But School AI offers you that. It offers an assistant. It offers you a coach. Again, somebody you can collaborate with, have a conversation with. It's not just a one and done, but it's a one and let me add on to that. But continue talking to the AI generator through those assistants to continue to build on and deepen the level of knowledge that you need, or to deepen the level of knowledge the students need, or even to advance or spiral down the lesson that you have for your students. Again, you are the teacher. You know where your students are. You know where they need to move up or where they need to move down. The only thing that the School AI is offering with these assistants is to help you get there quicker. But baby, who wants to spend all their time planning? I'm just saying, if you want to, you go ahead. All right. Now, the thing that School AI offers that they really harp on are those spaces. And these are those student spaces. These are the spaces that you create, that you monitor the students, that you align to either standards, that you align to your curriculum. These spaces are AI-powered student experiences where they can engage with the chatbot. All right, they're personal and individualized, because each student, once you launch that space, has their own space to collaborate in. And one thing we know about students, don't nobody want to know what the other person's saying, because then they get in their feelings. So this is their way to be private and intimate with that AI chatbot and get that feedback and interaction that they need. All right, and then we have our mission control. What is our mission control? This is the part that teachers really love about School AI, because one thing that we're really kind of skeptical when it comes to that AI is we don't know what that generator is going to say. We don't know what our students are going to say, and we want to be able to manage and manipulate what goes in the AI generator. Well, the mission control helps you to do that, and it helps you to garnish a visible interaction with the chatbot and the student. And it helps you to also assess, okay, is my students mastering what I want them to master, or are my students having struggles? Also, with the mission control, it gives the teacher a little bit of insight and feedback on how they should move next based off how the students are interacting and meeting or not meeting the standards that you put in place, or the expectations that you put in place for them to interact with the chatbot. You get to monitor the students' conversations, you get to monitor their performance, and while your students are interacting with the chatbot, again, you're not alone. You're not just sitting back. You're making those rounds in the classroom, and you're meeting the students where they're at. While they're having those conversations with the chatbot, you're also having those conversations with the students, because you're giving them the feedback that the chatbot can't give them, because again, why? You know your students. Now, accessibility. We have students in our classes that may need that text-to-speech interaction. School AI offers that. We have those students who may have the language barrier. School AI offers that. How? Because it will change the language for you. There are several languages, and I want to say 23 plus right now, that are incorporated into the School AI platform. And I guarantee you it's going to be a bit more than that. Just wait. They coming out with something new, baby, every day. All right. So they have the translations and the captions. They have the live stream translated captions in their native language as well. So what does that mean? That means that if the students are chatting with the chatbot and they need to chat with the chatbot in their native language, you can tell the school AI platform to do just that, so that the students feel like they're included. It is an inclusive platform, and you want to make sure that the students feel comfortable engaging. You don't want to isolate your students, and this is the perfect way to do that. And then there's also more. So if you're one of those people, man, I do not know how to write a prompt, I'm not good at prompting, baby, let me tell you what School AI has for you. It has those already created teacher collections, featured collections, and those customized spaces where you can go in and manipulate it the way you need to fit your class, to fit your students, to fit your standards, to fit your curriculum. So don't get overwhelmed by the prompting aspect of School AI. There is a prompting form that was created by Maureen, and you can get that in the Wakelet at the end of this presentation that can help you with the prompting. But baby, if you're not there yet, that is okay, because School AI has you with those customized spaces that all you got to do is go in and enter in, again, your standards, your content, and boom, there it is. All right. So with creating a School AI account, let me let you know the real business, the real tea, because everybody always asks, is it free? Baby, it's free. But let's just be honest, there are some limitations with a free account. A free account, you only get the ChatGPT 3.5, you only get 75 student sessions a day. But guess what? That's still good. That's better than nothing. Thank you, School AI. So we're going to use that for what it is. Now, the Pro account, it is on a higher turbo. It's on the 4, and you do get unlimited spaces, unlimited student sessions. So just think about those things. However, do not let that deter you from signing up and getting you your free School AI account so you can get those 75 student sessions. Now, let's go ahead and venture into spaces. How do you use, or how could you use School AI in spaces? Here's the first one, and you can use the QR code, or I think Amanda will put the link in the chat for me. I want you all to go ahead and get into this space. This is an ELA space. How do I use this, or how would I use this? So my students read The Giver. When I say my students, I used to teach ELA. They read The Giver. They also read Harrison Bergeron. And if you read The Giver, and if you know about Harrison Bergeron, we focus on utopian and dystopian societies. We focus on what makes an equitable society, what makes equality equality, and is equality really equal? All right. So before we get into the book, I want the students to really get into what a dystopian and utopian society is. I don't want to tell them. I want them to explore on their own. And I'm a science teacher, so exploring is my cup of tea, baby. So I want them to explore on their own what a dystopian and a utopian society is. But I just don't want them to explore on their own and see that. I want them to get the information and answer this question. Based on what you learned from the chatbot, construct a claim for whether you would consider if we live in either one. Provide 2 pieces of evidence that support your claim. So they're going to have to figure out what are the characteristics of a dystopian and utopian society. What makes a perfect society? And thinking about our own society, do we truly live in one of these types of societies? Now, this lesson will go even further, because after we finish reading The Giver, they will have to use those same characteristics from what they've learned from the chatbot, the reading, and of course, other information to decide whether or not Jonas lives in a dystopian and utopian society, and what characteristics in that society led them to believe that, yes, it's a dystopian or utopian society. So what I'm going to do is let you all go ahead and get the QR code and the link and go ahead and sign in. And I'm going to go to School AI. Let me see. Stop. Share this tab instead. See if you can get it. What screen do you see, Amanda? Oh, there we go, baby. I'm lagging over here, but that's okay. We're going to do what we do. All right, fire. All right, so This is School AI. All right, this is the launch pad right here. When you first log in, this is what you're going to see. And when you see that, you're going to get your sidekick, you're going to get your spaces, you're going to get create a space. All right, you scroll down, you get all of the spaces that you've created. So you see here, I've created a lot of spaces. Now, I want everybody to log into that dystopian and utopian space. And there we go. I see Regine in there, Stella in there, Stephanie in there. It says Stella is just getting started. Stephanie is just getting started. Welcome, Jackie. I see Jackie done join us. Yes. So remember I said that there is that space that teachers can monitor the students. Well, here it is. All right. And with these spaces, you get those emojis. I know people always ask, what do the emojis mean? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth, baby. If the emoji is happy, that means probably the student is on track with the expectations that you put in the space. If the emoji is kind of sad, that means check up on your babies. Check up on your babies. And that don't mean just look at the side. That means you need to go walk to your babies in the classroom and see what they're doing because they're not on track. All right. But if you see that sad face and you want to know specifically what they are saying to get that sad face, I'm going to go ahead and Stella, I'm going to put you on blast for a minute. It's okay, but I got you on blast. Put Stella on blast. Stella got a happy face. As I click on Stella, it tells me that she's a visionary pioneer. The student's response shows a good understanding of key utopian values such as equality and freedom. Boom, equality, boom, freedom. That's what the giver is about. But guess what? That chatbot did all of a sudden come up with that. I had to enter that in. I had to say we're focusing on the utopian society and dystopian society. We are focusing on equity. We're focusing on freedom because those are the what? The themes of the giver. I'm telling you, if you ain't read it, baby, go pick it up. It's a good book. All right. So it shows me specifically what Stella is saying and what the chatbot is saying back to Stella. It asks Stella at the end, what comes to mind when you think of a perfect society, one based on soft skills, equality, and freedom? It's fantastic. Okay. So they're having that dialogue and that conversation back and forth. And I get to see everything that's happening. That's what teachers want to see. That's what's going to make teachers feel more comfortable about using AI in class when they can monitor what the students are saying and doing, when they have autonomy over what is being entered and said in the chat box. Thank you, Stella, for allowing me to use you. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of Stella. Okay, let me see. Oh, Regine, she got the kind of face. Let's click over here and see what Regine's over here talking about. Uh-oh. It says the student is having difficulty understanding the difference between utopian and dystopian society. And she did that on purpose because she's a part of the presentation. Thank you, Regine, for doing that on purpose. So she's showing us what's going to happen if the student is not making those connections to the standard, making those connections to the expectations. So I know as a teacher, let me go over there and talk to Regine. Let me go over there and give her some more feedback so that she can get a better understanding of utopian and dystopian societies. Now, something else that is very, very beneficial in this platform is grouping. You know, we have to group our students. I don't know, I'm from Tennessee. So, you know, we have proficient, advanced, meeting expectations. We have those, you know, and you might have those in your state. But what happens in School AI, it kind of does the same thing, okay? What we call those performance levels, proficiency indicators, boom, groups. That's what they call it in School AI. They call it groups. Same difference, all right? So with our groups, we have the visionary explorers. Those are the students that, boom, they on track. They making an A, but they excelling. We have the visionary pioneers. That means they're meeting expectations, okay? They're the B students. You then have the visionary learners. Okay, those are the students that, you know, they get in there. They get in there. We're going to close those gaps. We're going to work with them a little bit more intensely so that they can go ahead and meet those expectations, but they're getting there. We see from these groups where our students are at, and thus we can meet them where they are at. I appreciate everybody logging in to that space and really digging in. I want to show you another space now. Let me go back to my presentation. It says share this tab. Let me see if we're going to get there. All right, this one is what area of focus should I follow in high school? Y'all, let me be honest. I'm going to tell you a little story. I got his son. He was a freshman this year. Maybe the last day of school is tomorrow. Amen. All right. And in the middle of the year, he was like, "Mama, I'm about to change my focus." Okay, great. What you gonna change it to? Baby, he told me something that was off. I didn't know what it was. I was like, okay, I know that might not be what we need to do. So what I did is I went to School AI and I entered all the focus areas for my child's school. And I said, you know what, School AI, you are going to be a counselor. You are going to help my child to basically focus on where he should focus as far as his area of focus for school. Now, his area of focus at the beginning was media. Okay, he likes making media. I don't know what happened. All right. So with that being said, he got on his School AI. He spoke with the chatbot. What I want you to do is do the same thing. Go ahead and use that QR code, or boom, we're gonna put it in the chat. I think, Amanda probably already got it. I think she already got it because she's one step ahead of me. Go on, Amanda. So Amanda has the link in the chat. The QR code is on the screen, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm about to switch up the screen in just a minute, and I'm gonna head over to my spaces so we can take a look. And how do I get back to my spaces? I'm gonna click on my launch pad. All right, and I'm gonna go down here. Oh, we already got 2 people in there. Deciding on a high school focus area. All right, love it. Regina already there, Stephanie already there. So as the students log into this space, they're going to interact with the virtual counselor. The counselor is going to ask them, hey, what are your interests? Okay, what do you like to do? And based off the students' feedback, the AI chatbot is going to help steer the student in the direction that most aligns with what they like and the focus area that is available at their school. I'm sorry, I don't know. Not only high school students need this, but our middle school students need this. I'm at a middle school, and my 8th graders had to do this, and they had to do their 4-year plan. And as 8th graders, they don't know where they want to go. They don't know the courses. They don't know the classes that are being offered. They're all over the place. But what a great way to introduce them to a AI chatbot counselor that can help steer them in the direction that best aligns with what they like to do. I don't know about you, but we got 600 something students in our school and only 2 counselors. 2 counselors to 600 students. Baby, we need an AI chatbot to help us. I'm just saying, that's just me. I don't know what you do at your school, though. All right. So this is a great way for them to interact and really find out what best interests them. Okay. And then this is a conversation that the counselor can have with the student when they sit down one-on-one to talk about that 4-year plan, to talk about the classes they selected, to talk about the focus area they selected. This gives that counselor more insight into that student, because probably the student will be more open and transparent with the chatbot because they think maybe it's just a little robot. So they just being very transparent. So they being transparent with the chatbot more than they would probably be transparent with the counselor. So the counselor gets a better insight on how to support, direct, and counsel that student in their journey through high school or on their journey to high school. You get what I'm saying? All right. I love it. I love it. I love how everybody is getting started. All right. I'm going to go back to my presentation. If you're still working there, please do so. I'm going to go, actually, I want to go back to my launch pad real quick. And I want to go to my spaces, not my sessions. I want to go to create. Okay. So in create, these are all the spaces.
You need to switch your tabs. We still see the what area of focus should I follow in high school?
Oh man.
Oh yeah, there we go. We got you.
Okay. There, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all gotta let me know. Let me know. Okay, here we go. So this is my spaces. This is where I create all of my spaces for my students. This is where you will create your spaces for your students. Okay, all you have to do is say create. But again, if you're not somebody who's just very comfortable with the prompt, if you go to that launch pad, you have all those customized spaces. There's also an opportunity for you to go to the tutors. There's also an opportunity for you to generate spaces based off of your standards. Now, let's say that you like somebody else's space. You can definitely remix their space. So here's the dystopian versus utopian space that you all completed at the beginning. If somebody wanted to remix this, say, oh, I like that, but I want to add something different. I want to put my own spin on it, in which you should. You want to click on those ellipses right there and click that remix, and it will make a copy for you. And then, baby, you remix it to the way you need for your students, your standards, your teaching style. All right. Oh, my time is almost up, so I'm going to go back to my presentation. Here we go. All right. I have another space, and we're not going to go to it because time is running out. But here's my driving question. I used to teach science, and I like to start science off with a question. What are we figuring out about science? Because what I'm not about to do is just tell you random facts of science. Okay? You're going to figure it out. So you're going to give them a driving question. Why do siblings sometimes look so different even though they share the same parents? What controls the traits you inherit, like eye color or athletic ability? Now, this is a space. In this space, it is actually a video, a YouTube video that students can interact with. They interact with the video and they interact with the chat bot. And this is just an opening to what this unit would be about. You want students to gather some information, bring some details to the table, and then we're going to have a conversation about it. And then, of course, as this unit will go on, we will definitely elaborate on it. So this is a space. If you want to try this space out later on, remember my Wakelet is going to come up in a little bit. I'm going to give it to you, and you can access this whole presentation. All right. So here it is. Let's continue to collaborate. Again, my name is Latoya Pugh. You can find me at LPugh3 on the Twitter, and then you can get the QR code to access my Wakelet, where you'll find this presentation and anything else that I have on School AI. If you don't have your phone and you can't use the QR code, baby, go to the chat box. I'm sure Amanda has already put it in there.
The Wakelet, I just posted the Wakelet, and all of the other spaces are in there. And this is one lady you definitely want to follow and keep up with. She brings this energy every day to all of her posts. And I'm telling you, this was fast-paced, amazing. Probably one of the most thorough overviews that I've seen of School AI. So,
well, good.
Yeah.
Hope we connect.
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
First thing I'm going to do is run to Janelle and Chris and be like, have you had Latoya present for you? Have you presented for them yet in a sandbox or anything?
No.
Oh my gosh, you need to. That was fabulous.
Well, thank you. I hope everybody was able to get something out of it.
I love
you
my
right.
favorite quote. If the emojis are sad, to go check on your babies.
Go check on your babies. If they sad, don't just look at the people like, I knew they wasn't gonna get it. Baby, go on over there. Oh, hi, Mom.
That's so sweet.
Barry,
your mama just rocked it.
Well, thank y'all so much.
Oh, spaces do take KWL to new heights. Yes.
Yes, it does. And I like that comment. Counselors doing God's work with, yes, they are. Yes, they are every day.
Oh, Dr. McGee. Dr. McGee is amazing too. Like, if you didn't follow her research, she's doing some amazing things. I actually got to see her present in Texas in December, and it was fantastic. So
she is amazing. I love following her. I learn so much every time. Thank you for coming, Dr. McGee.
Yeah, she did rock it. Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to wrap up so we can start our final session on time, which is like a novelty for Week of AI. On time is something we don't do. So thank you. And Snorkel is next. We've got that Get School AI space that is reflections on Week of AI. It's open. That's how we're determining our swag giveaways. So go to Twitter or X and look, search Week of AI and find that link to join that Get School AI space. And tell us what you thought about today's sessions. What are your highlights, your takeaways? What do you want to know more? KWL and action in that space. What do you know? What do you want to know? And what did you learn today? So, all right.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you. You have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Hello and welcome.